showers and thunderstorms this evening. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s in the morning, with a chance of showers overnight continuing into tomorrow. But the big weather story for tomorrow, periods of very strong winds. I'm Ed McIntosh from Q2. Highs mainly in the 50s.
Can you hear me, Cody?
The following is a special sports presentation on the mighty 790 KGHL.
Welcome to Bones Arcade here with Coach Chris Dixon here on our Monday Night Coaches Show after a really long road trip for me this last week, Coach. I'm kind of recovering a little bit. I was able to limp in here tonight after that 25 hours on a bus, but want to thank everybody for listening to us here tonight on Montana's Mighty 790 KGHL as well as mtsportscast.com, and you can always watch our video here from the Bones Arcade on YouTube. If you go to our YouTube site at Montana Sportscast, you can catch the YouTube video there live as well as on demand. So I got my hair cut for the show tonight, Coach.
Oh man, sweet.
Yeah, looking good.
Sweet.
I want to take this time to thank Larry, Living Large Larry. He's running the board for us tonight back in the studio. We'll take a 1 minute timeout. We'll come back with Coach Dixon after this.
Your kitchen is your kingdom, and heirloom kitchen cabinetry is much more than just a box on the wall. Hi, this is Christy from Beyond the Box. Our custom-designed woodland cabinetry is surprisingly affordable and crafted by a South Dakota family business that is fussy about quality. At Beyond the Box, we think your cabinet should reflect you. Efficient, functional, and a lasting source of beauty and enjoyment. Beyond the Box, your local custom cabinet design center at 245-6981.
This is Brian Cooley from Stockman Bank. For over half a century, Montana farmers and ranchers have put their trust in Stockman Bank. That's because they know Stockman Bank has always been there, during good times and bad. Stockman knows agriculture. We're committed to agriculture. If you're ready for straight talk, quick turnaround, local decisions, and flexible terms, you're ready for Stockman Bank, Montana's largest ag bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. And now it's back to the Coaches Show on your voice for Billings Wolves football, the mighty 790 KGHL.
And welcome back to Bones Arcade. Coach, how are we doing today?
I'm good.
Good. You survived that ride. Of course, you were riding in the van while us other people were riding on the bus.
Oh, man, it was no better, trust me. And I had to take a 4-hour detour, so.
Yeah, but that detour is worth it.
Yeah, always, man, to see my beautiful daughter's face.
Yeah. Coach, kind of a tough game down in Nebraska. I almost said Tri-Cities Lake. Almost got me there. Big game for you, I think. Spokane, they did get that win on Friday night to assure them first place at that 3-1 mark. But between you guys and Nebraska there, they went in at 3-2, and we went in at 2-3. Talk a little bit about the game, I guess.
Well, I mean, we made a lot of mistakes down the stretch. We need to just clean up some things. Like I told the guys when we talked, the film is as bad as you think it is, but it's the little things that make it that bad. It's all fixable. And I know every week we talk about this. And, there's room to grow, and when you have room to grow, that's a good thing.
Coach, I think that's the first football game I've ever broadcast where so many defensive linemen got interceptions.
Oh yeah, I mean we had 2 interceptions. I think they had like 3 forced fumbles. I mean it was an ugly game in general, but it's the little things that made it ugly, and we got to do a better job of taking care of the little things.
Coach, let's kind of break it down offensively and defensively. Let's start with the offense. Just tough scoring points.
You got to have a snap. So. I mean, you can't run an offensive play without the snap. I think we had 7 bad snaps, and you gotta keep grinding. That's another what I call little thing You know, just focusing on the snap. You know, like I always say, the center is the most important person on the field, and you know, we just gotta do a better job of getting snap.
Defensively, B.J. Butler, I mean, he steps up, gets 2 picks,
No,
took one back for
we won't hear the end of that.
no. And I don't know if you know this yet, but we were stopped in Casper on the way home, and I at the Flying J there, and I bought him a sheriff's badge. So.
Oh yeah. You know, BJ has come in and done a great job, man. He did a great job of playing the passing lanes. You could tell he watched film this week because he was playing the passing lane on the hand side of Sewell, and he did a great job jumping in front and taking it to the house. He almost took the second one to the house, but he gets caught at the one, so we're always going to talk about him about that.
Yeah, he wanted to see the replay. He thinks he got in. So.
No, his knees were down.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about the league here. Some of us have played 6 games. We're one of the few teams that have played 6 games.
We all have played. We're gonna have a bye this week, so everybody will catch up.
Yeah.
The league has got some parity this year. Everybody that lost a game. Colorado's the only one that hasn't won a game, but it's still a dogfight. I mean, we're not out of it. We're a game back from third. We're 3 games back from first. I mean, we control our own destiny. I think we play Spokane 3 times. Nebraska got some games ahead of them. We play Tri-City 2 more times, and we play Colorado 2 more times. So we still control our own destiny. We just got to put it together, and just keep fighting.
Coach, somebody asked me, I think it was last week, Thursday, about how the playoffs work this year. Is it 3 from each?
Okay, so this year is 3 from each side. So 2 would play 3, 1 would have a bye on each side, and then you go so on,
right.
Just that way. So 3 teams from each side.
Okay. Yeah, somebody asked me, and I thought it was 3, and I didn't know whether that first team got the bye or not. But so that answers that question. We can put that out there for people. But bye week this week. Touch a little bit on what your schedule is going to be for the guys this week.
Well, we're going to just work out a lot of meetings with our quarterbacks. We got a quarterback situation. Some things happening today that the fans will hear about soon. But we're going to move on and keep rolling. I think you've been on the bus and you can see that this is a team ready to strike. And I really like the attitude. I really like the work ethic. We just got to clean up some things and get on the same page. And now, I can kind of let this team grow a little bit. And not too many more changes. Just, maybe 1 change coming back.
Okay, want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. I thought I'd ask anyway. Doesn't hurt to ask, man. Well, Coach, we'll let you go, and we'll get you back on here. We'll talk a little bit more, but we'll take us a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back, and we'll have one of the players here. We got B.J. Butler and Mason Espinoza here. We'll have one of them up after this 1-minute timeout.
That hard-starting old tractor has carried you for years, but it's time to give it some help. BFR, along with Abilene Machine, has all manner of new, used, or remanufactured engines, clutches, or transmissions. We also can help with parts to repair a slipping clutch or transmission with rebuild kits to put the spring back in your equipment. Stop out 2 miles west of the Zoo Drive exit on the South Frontage Road or call 652-1125. BFR, the best little parts house in the West.
Be the star you are at the Powderhorn Lounge. Only the Powderhorn offers you Charlie Garrett karaoke 7 nights a week. That's Sunday through Tuesday from 7 p.m. until midnight, and Wednesday through Saturday from 9 p.m. until 2 a.m. Stop out on Monday night for Ladies' Night, where ladies get 10% off drinks, and Tuesday is Service Industry Night with 10% off for all of those in the great service industry. Karaoke, Ladies' Night, Service Industry Night is all from your fun spot at 4912 Laurel Road. That's the Powderhorn Lounge.
And now it's back to the Coaches Show on your voice for Billings Wolves football, the mighty 790 KGHL.
And welcome back to Bones Arcade here at 1425 Grand Avenue. Come on down and join us here for the Coaches Show. Get some autographs from some of the players if you'd like as well. And this is also the site of the watch parties on our road games. People can come down here to Bones and watch the games from here. one of our guests tonight, 2 weeks in a row. Man, that's special. Mason Espinoza, the quarterback, came in last week.
Yes, sir.
Mason, talk a little bit about that first game down there in Nebraska. Kind of a tough one for, lack of better words, you and your center.
It was a tough one offensively. We came in with a good game plan. We had a good week of practice. One thing, like Coach said, little things turn into big things. So we're going to spend all week, working on cleaning up our mistakes, cleaning up little things, and hopefully it's going to lead to better offensive output.
Mason, I think it's a great time for a bye for you, especially. You get this extra week, I guess, to kind of get used to the center and used to the system, and a little extra time to work. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a perfect time for it. I can meet with Coach every day and meet with receivers and linemen every day, and we can go and get work at what we need to get better at rather than preparing for an opponent.
What'd you think of your first IFL game? You played arena football, but the first IFL game.
It's different. The rules are different, but at the end of the day, it's still football. So that's what you love about it. You love going out there and competing, going out there and putting on your best for the fans, and that's what it's about. So I really enjoyed it.
Do you like running that football?
I do. When I'm called upon to run the ball, I'll do it absolutely.
And we got to make sure, because Chris Turner might be watching
Yeah.
watching or listening tonight. So he didn't send me a text, any questions to ask you, for anything.
Good to know.
But no, Chris, he's always fun to have on there for sure. But talk a little bit about your receiving core. You got Bones, talented, but you got a lot of talented receivers on this ball club. Talk a little bit about your playmakers, as you call them.
Yeah, a lot of talent at the receiving core. It's awesome. Led by Bones, he's a veteran presence out there. He does a great job in practice of showing all the guys routes and showing them, what to do. And our guys on the outside are doing a great job. Avante's brand new, but he's got a ton of talent.
Yeah.
Chris did a great job. Chip flipping Ironman style, going O&D. They're all great players that can make plays at any time. It's just a matter now of getting on the same page with them, knowing their strengths and their weaknesses, and using that to our advantage.
And you got Rainier in the backfield, does a pretty good job of catching the ball as well.
Yeah, Rack's definitely a difference maker. That's one of the big adjustments for me moving from the arena game to the IFL is being able to utilize that back. So that's something I have to focus on, because Rack is definitely a weapon out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's got some pretty good ability. Picked up that first touchdown. I believe the first touchdown. You got a touchdown as well in that game down there in Grand Island. I'm sure that you're probably already thinking a little bit about Green Bay. What do you think about that? I might not get you on the show 3 weeks in a row, so I want to get your thoughts on Green Bay. We don't want to talk about the 17, 18-hour bus ride getting.
No, I understand. I'm excited to go play Green Bay. Just saying Green Bay. It's such a traditionally historic football area. They have a lot of talent. Just watching them on film, it jumps off the page. They have a lot of talent. Their record doesn't reflect what kind of players they have. They beat Nebraska, just a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to come in ready to play, sharp, and really excited to go over there and get at them.
Go to Titletown.
Yes, sir.
You realize that's where with the Wolves we got our first win there last year.
Really, I did not know that.
Yep, that was our first win of the year last year.
There we go.
Of franchise history. So
Wow.
we can't go with a split.
No.
We got to go 2-0.
I got you. Absolutely.
And I'm gonna talk to Turner about that too, just to make sure he brings it up in his show.
Perfect.
All right, Mason, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Anything
sir.
you want to say to anybody out there?
No.
They're watching you on YouTube now.
No.
So.
Go Wolves.
All
There
right,
we go.
There we go. Go Wolves. Thanks, man.
Sir, thank you.
All right. We'll take us a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back with B.J. Butler, who had 2 interceptions on the day and returned 1 for a touchdown, and he still claims he got 2, but they only gave him credit for 1. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Yesterday, today, tomorrow. American Drilling reminds you one thing hasn't changed. We live in a dry part of the world. Yesterday, your great-grandma was thrilled when she finally got a hand pump to have running water right in her kitchen. Later, we got long-lasting submersible pumps and then solar wells that don't even need electricity. Today's new variable flow demand systems provide a constant pressure your grandma could only dream about. And tomorrow? Well, tomorrow's already here at American Drilling. Call Kurt and Sweet Sue, 652-4444.
You finally get to build the kitchen that you've always wanted, and we think this should be one of the most enjoyable experiences of your life. Hi, this is Christy from Beyond the Box, your local custom cabinet design center. Ladies, we only get to build 1.2 kitchens in our lifetime. Here at Beyond the Box, we create beautiful kitchens, but we also build great relationships, and we have fun in the process. Call us for a custom-designed affordable woodland cabinetry for any room in your home. Beyond the Box, 245-6981, or at beyondthebox.biz.
And now it's back to the Coaches Show on your voice for Billings Football, the mighty 790 KGHL.
And welcome back to Bones Arcade to the Chris Dixon Coaches Show. Billings Wolves here. Come on out and join us here at 1425 Broadwater Avenue. Did I say Grand last time? Maybe I did. Broadwater Avenue for our Coaches Show. Get some autographs from the big guy here. I bought him a sheriff's badge after the ball game the other night for them two picks, but then it came out to be a deputy sheriff.
Exactly,
so,
right.
So you're not quite the sheriff, but you're the deputy sheriff.
Not yet.
BJ,
Working on it.
two big interceptions in that ball game. Talk a little bit about what it was like getting that first one that you returned for a touchdown.
Oh man, when I first got it, it just brought me back to my high school days and college days. When I was in high school, I played quarterback, and in college, tight end, fullback. And I just made a play. It just was a playmaker. I seen that the ball snapped over the holder's hand, and I looked for the kicker. That nigga tried to throw it to him, so I got in the window. Big present came to me.
Yeah, and you got that one in for 6.
Yes, sir.
And then let's talk a little bit about the second one.
Oh, the second one, I was kind of frustrated on that drive because like we was slanting the line towards me, and I was like, I can't get a rush because I can't counter because I have the nose coming. So I did what I can to flush the quarterback away from me, and I seen that he was finna throw the ball to the check down, which was the running back. I just took a couple steps back and got in the window. Christmas came early.
Came early. How close were you to scoring?
I was down to 1. It was real close. I thought I got in. You know, I went back home and watched the film, and I still argued that I got in.
BJ, first time we've had you on the show, talk a little bit about where you played high school, where you're from, and you can even go ahead and throw in there where you played college at. We'll let you.
Well, I'm originally from Kissimmee, Florida. Most people don't know it's right outside Orlando. I went to school at Osceola, home of the Cowboys. College, I went to the University of Louisville. I was there for 4 years with Charlie Strong. High school, I played basically everywhere, from quarterback, running back, tight end, D-line, receiver. Then college, I came in as a linebacker, played the whole entire D-line, left as a tight end fullback. So my whole life I've been playing multiple positions, never had a permanent position.
So when you went into college, how big were you? As linebacker, when you went in?
I was 264 when I came into college. When I came into high school, I was 228.
Okay.
So I've just been a big boy my whole life.
Big boy your whole life. How big are you now?
About 295.
All right.
I'm trying to get my weight back now so I can be a little more effective on the field and use some more speed.
I think you're pretty quick anyway.
For a big guy, yeah.
You're faster than Turner, aren't you? Are you? Are you
Yes, I
faster
am,
than Turner?
yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to get that straight.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, I'm sure you've watched Green Bay. I know you've watched BJ on film, but have you seen any Green Bay on film?
Well, my first game of me playing indoor football was against Green Bay when I was playing with Sioux Falls.
Okay.
And so I watched a lot of film with them. You know what I'm saying? They're a pretty good team. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line is pretty good, but our D line, we'll get the job done to create some sacks because we haven't really been having any sacks these last couple of games, and that's what defense and the D line is big on, is getting sacks. You know what I'm saying? To push the offense back, and we can give our guys a better field position because if they got to kick the ball from there, or we can get a block or another interception like I got. So, but yeah, Green Bay, they're a pretty solid team. You know, they run a lot of stuff that we've seen before, but our guys just got to just focus in, especially on this off week and then practice the next week.
BJ, talk a little bit what it's like. You got Michael behind you, linebacker, and then you got a couple pretty good D-backs back there, and McPherson and Michael Green.
Well, all those guys I look up to because, this is, like I said, it's my first actual year playing indoor football. I've watched it. I had a cousin playing in the AFL, Bobby Scipio. And having those guys behind me and their leader and put me in the right position to make a play and also to help them out making a play, I couldn't ask for anybody else in the world, because they're passionate about the game, great leaders and motivators. And that's them the people you have that you can talk to if something's going wrong outside of football. They're great friends as well.
Now let's talk about kind of your coach on the field, and that's Turner next to you, Chris Turner. And you guys ever talk about Alabama and Louisville at all? Do you get anything going between the two colleges there? Or
No.
Is that something I need to get fired up?
No, we don't really harp on college days as much, but I did want to play against Alabama in college. I was possibly going to go to Alabama, but I changed my mind because Charlie Strong went to Louisville, and I wanted to get far away from home. Because Alabama, is kind of right there. Yeah, and Louisville's 12 hours away, so if I wanted to go home in Louisville, I really had to think about getting on that road or getting on that plane to go home. But Alabama, I could just get on the road and I'd be fine. And I have family in Alabama. Can't think of the name of where they're at because I just met them like a couple of years ago at a family reunion. But we don't really harp about the college days as much. You know what I'm saying? We have little spurts here and there on what we did and what we could have did or how our team was. But we're all really focused on this year and the building Wolves and trying to turn the program around, or the team around, and just be a championship caliber team, man. Some people know about us and some don't, but we want to be known nationwide, man, as much as we can.
We will be.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Glad to have you, man.
Thank you.
You're a lot better here than you are in one of those other teams.
No, that's right.
You wouldn't have got a sheriff's badge anywhere else.
Right.
That's right. All right. BJ Butler, guys. We'll take us a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back after this.
Introducing FieldNet by Lindsay's Pivot Control at Big Sky Irrigation, the cost-effective remote controller that upgrades existing pivots to high-performance control technology. By retrofitting your existing system with Pivot Control, you'll have full remote control of pivots, pumps, and injectors with real-time alerts and status updates. Plus, it's compatible with most brands of pivots. For details about Pivot Control, talk to your local Zematic dealer, Big Sky Irrigation, at 252-8175 or visit myfieldnet.com.
Hey, Dad, how do you throw a curveball? How do you build a fort? How do refrigerators run? How do fish learn how to swim?
Kids ask a lot of questions,
How high can you jump?
but you don't have to know every answer.
How many phone numbers are there?
Because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent.
How do cell phones work?
There are thousands of children in foster care who don't need every question answered.
What's electricity?
They just need you.
What's the moon made of?
For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council. And now it's back to the Coaches Show on your voice for Billings Wolves football, the mighty 790 KGHL.
And welcome back to Bones Arcade. Coach Chris Dixon. Coach, we touched a little bit on the game last week, the bye week. You won't tell me any big secrets tonight, so let's talk about Green Bay. What are you thinking about them?
Well, we're starting the game plan right now.
Need a punter?
Shoot, you know what? Actually, we may need one. Play field position. We it's not about anybody else right now. It's about us. It's about now building this team to make a push. We have 6 games straight after this bye week. And so now it's about, putting it together and finally being, where we want to be. When I look at our stats defensively, we've given up probably the second lowest total. In 6 games. We've done a great job defensively. Offensively, I'll take a lot of the blame. We're trying to find our way. Working on my 3rd quarterback, and it ain't nobody. I don't blame nobody else but me. And I looked in the mirror and I said, it's time to put it together and it's time to make this run. I think we really can. I think something special is about to happen, and I think it's time for us to make it happen. You know, we've played a dog schedule. We played almost every top team except Cedar Rapids and Wichita Falls, and I think we got a couple of dog fights coming up that I think we're prepared for, you know, because we've been through the worst. I think it's now time for us to reap our pain.
That's kind of what my next question was, Coach, is how do you feel about the schedule, the games that we've played, and what we have coming up in front of us? Like you say, we got a 6-game run here.
I don't think there's nothing that can't be thrown at us that we can't handle. I think we just need to, you know, we've been through the adversity. I mean, come on, man. I mean, anybody who go through the adversity, I mean, it tells who you are. I mean, you think about all the adversity we've been through, and we've been in every game and been up in every game. You know, I've watched a couple of teams who've been together all year long lose some games big. You know, and we've given ourselves chances, we just did not finish. And I think the difference between this year's team and last year's team is that this year's team don't really fold throughout a game. You know, last year's team in the beginning folded in the middle of the season. We're about to find out what this team is about. If this team can get off to a good start, Green Bay, play well, I think that could be the start of something special. You know, like I said, you learn some things in a loss, man. But you know, I think some guys got the reality, and I think they ready to get back to work, and that's all we've been doing, is ready to get back to work.
Well, I told Mason, I says, you know, we got first franchise win in Green Bay. We dang sure can't have a split. We got to go 2-0 coming back.
You know, like I said, it's one game at a time for us, and you're right. I mean, we got to go down there and win a game. We come out of this 3-4. Our next 2 games, 4-4. We're rolling. We're where we want to be. You know, like I told you before, anybody who wins 10 games and on our side could be a 2 seed. You win 12, you could be a 1 seed. I mean, it's a dogfight on our side. And, you know, we got a couple of big games. Like I said, we got Colorado coming up. We got Green Bay. Colorado been fighting to the end. I mean, they've been in every game. So,
yeah, and that's a surprise with their record at 0-5.
Yeah, it is. Nobody should be owing anything in our league right now. The teams are dog. They're in fights. So we're giving ourselves a chance. You know, and through all the adversity we've been through, man, it don't even matter what's happening right now. You know, like I always say, don't worry about right now. You know, at the end of the day, at the end of the season, that's when you can go